So, it is Lunasa the Fourth of Fomar, and it has entered the autumn season, but on the front end. I'm sorry, actually, it's Lunasa the Third. It's the night before you have all planned your expedition. You've all met, you all know each other. 2 more people have come in on the ferry, and you've entered into an agreement to go on this expedition together. I will describe what's going on tonight in Zelkor's Ferry. For starters, Zelkor's Ferry, some resources that you have available. You have the Bristleback Inn. There's a stable. The stable offers enough horses just for each of you, but no more. They also have some mules. There's a smith, a gem cutter, a general trade store, the ferry, which is the namesake of the settlement itself. A boat came in while you were in between your expeditions. Offloaded 2 people, brought other people on, but there is no kill boat that is docked tonight. There's also a way shrine with some makeshift graves. And then lastly, there's a hovel that sits off on the edge of the riverfront, stinking. Strange smells and smokes arise from it. And tonight you're at the Bristleback Inn, making your plans for your expedition for the following day on the 4th. The temperature has dropped, and it's slightly chillier tonight. There are several people here tonight. There are 7, in fact, other than Odo Bristleback himself and his serving wenches Isabel and Tally. There is also a man sitting off by himself in the corner, shakily drinking an ale. And then a group of very well-armed people sitting together laughing and drinking. They came in not by the ferry, but by the main gate. And there are several of their horses stabled in the stables. What do you do?
What do they look like?
The people that came in through the main gate are all wearing a tabard. You recognize the symbol on the tabard is the it's the symbol of the house of Lord Meriadoc of Corgay, which is the technically the ruling lord of this region of Eastreach. And they're all well armed and armored. And all men.
The lone guy smoking the pipe or whatever in the corner, is there something about him?
He looks like many of the people that you've seen that have come through here. He also did not arrive by the ferry, but through the gate. And he came here before that group of people that are armed. You can see that they're laughing and talking. But some of them are nodding and gesturing toward him. He looks like he's ignoring everyone and shaky. And he looks very nervous. He's a skinny, emaciated man.
I reckon I might go over to this guy, the like shaky, kind of shell-shocked looking guy. I might go over to him.
All right. What's your charisma? Yeah, your charisma score.
Yeah, my charisma is 7, I believe.
7. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so it's not very good. I'll show you what my guy looks like. If you look in Otherworld Adventures, I kind of found this photo. I imagine he kind of looks like this kind of like grungy, like greasy, unpleasant-looking fellow with that low charisma and being a thief. I kind of imagine he looks a bit like that actor.
Well, you probably fit right in then with Guion and Mercad, which if that's the case, maybe we'll kind of do some introductions for a second. But I'll tell you what happens when you go over and you speak to this person. They flinch and startle as you approach, and they're like, "What do you want? I didn't do anything."
As he kind of says that, I say, take it easy. I'm not here for you. I kind of like have one of like my gold coins that I have. I say, oh, next round's on me. What you seen around here? And I just kind of like carelessly like flip the gold coin onto the bar.
Oh, it's for Odo Bristleback.
Yeah, is he the proprietor? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'll flick the gold coin onto the bar for the next round for me and this guy.
Right. At that, one of the men actually has approached during this time, clanking with what do you call those things? Greaves. He's got armor and chain, and he approaches the table and he says, "Now look here, friend. You probably don't want to be associating with people like this, do you, Hesdy?"
This.
And then he looks at the person that approaches, looks at the person, this shaky person, and calls him by name. Seems to know him. Now freeze there for a second. Who is Folger and what is he like? Because actually, I don't usually do this. Like, it doesn't matter that much, but actually, I think it does, because you've got some interesting personalities here that probably will work together in certain ways. Who is
Folger's a former soldier who mustered out with a reasonably well-kept mustache, although probably he hasn't shaved properly in a while. And while he's not armored up, when he goes to drink, he'll be in well-kept, clearly good quality gambeson with his sword strapped in a well-polished sheath.
I can't remember. What province or what place was he a soldier in? What petty kingdom did he serve?
See, that's a question I never answered, Ross.
All right. So to kind of make it like a binary option here, is it from a foreign kingdom or is it from this one?
I would think he's probably Anglian, but I don't know where he'd be from here.
Well, and when I say like this province, I mean the wild region of Eastreach, like that area south of Zelkor's Ferry, along south of the Coast Road, that is to say, this very place would be the place that you would have served as a soldier, versus you're new to this area entirely and you would have never heard of it.
I think that gives a pretty good reason for him to have bothered caring about this particular horrible incursion of chaos, if he's from around here.
Then
probably a little south of here.
Roll a D100 and keep the result. I'll get back to you. But meanwhile, Heretic. What is
They're Blumbad.
Blumbad, yeah, Father Blumbad.
So Martin is also of the same sect as I am?
So everybody, there's only one religion apart from the Druids, from the old ways. Otherwise, everyone is a part of the one true faith, the Church of the Light in Albion.
Okay, well, I am new here. So is it normal to have these men with their tabards here?
They're new. Everyone's new, except for us.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What about Krogon? What is Krogon like? Like who is? And this is like, so, particularly for Father Blumbad and Drogax, who've arrived just in the past week. These are the companions you've met in the past 7 days and agreed, formed this bond with, and agreed that you're going to go on an expedition tomorrow morning with. Who's Krogon then? In the past week, what's he been like?
Well, spanning 15 hands, Krogan actually towers over most people around. A black mane of hair sweeps down over a chiseled face, hard, strong chin, cold eyes that glint with merriment, though, in the right occasions. You've seen? Muscular, at this moment donning a large kind of scale mail armor smock, ill-fitting, slightly tight, looted from some corpse probably. There's a massive sword on his back, serviceable and notched. And he has been quiet for the moment because civilized lands make him nervous, and he suspects the intents of the civilized man. He's even nervous right now because he's in a building, and he's nervous when he goes underground or in the buildings because, it's not natural. So he's looking around and deciding, but he will follow the strange man over to the other strange man for now. Or to appear himself and observe. He's looking with suspicion at the church folk, of course. And wizards, oh yeah, they're bad.
For those ordering a drink, it's a silver piece for a drink, for a pint to drink. What about Guion? What about Guion, actually?
Hold on, give me a second. I'm just grabbing a drink. I'm not
okay. Sorry about that. Well, I'll introduce you to Mercad, who specifically and clearly is an employee, a direct employee of Guion, and he's this wrinkled, weathered, a man who looks older than he ought to be and is. And thin and kind of slight in build. And then, who'd I miss? Is that everybody? Drogax, actually. I missed him. I'm introducing these people because I think it makes sense that Guion and Mercad and Drogax just sounds like their type. But tell us about Drogax. In the past week, what would they have experienced from this guy? Can you hear us?
Who are you talking to?
You, Drogax.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, cool, right. I was like, I didn't know if you were just introducing the rest of the group. Yeah, no problem, that's fine. So at the moment, though, it's me, the shaky guy, and the armored guy, is that right?
Well, it sounds like you got a few people here, but I'm just like, this is kind of like, flashback to the past week. Who are these people that you've been hanging out with? Like, I'm just kind of introducing you to everybody.
Yeah, that's fine.
But what is Drogax like?
Right,
like, what was he like to hang out with for a week?
Sorry, DM, your mic went a little bit crackly there.
Me?
Could you say that again, please?
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. I think someone said something, it just went a little bit crackly, so I didn't quite hear what they said, I'm afraid.
I was saying, for the past week, what has Drogax been like to hang out with for a week? What's he like? Who's Drogax?
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I imagine like he's kind of like a grungy thief, like maybe kind of runaway from one of the bigger cities. Kind of the question is like, why is he up here in this isolated area? So probably kind of running away, maybe like a job went a bit sour, trying to hide out until the heat in some of the more urban areas sort of goes down, sort of thing. I imagine something along those lines. I always prefer to sort of see what happens in actual play as opposed to,
of course,
kind of make a backstory.
Yeah. No, I think that's enough to work with. I will give you one thing to kind of fit into the setting with. You probably didn't come from the ferry. You probably didn't come from the river, which these other people did. You probably came overland if you're a person of desperation. Then you're probably on the run. And these other people here, like Folger and Guion, have seen a lot of people like that make their way through here.
By the way, sorry for that.
Nice. Who is? Tell us about Guion. Like, what's Guion been like for like a week?
For like a week. He keeps himself to himself mainly when stuff isn't really going down. He spends probably a suspicious amount of time talking to the strange to Omen. and just generally being nice to people in the tavern. Like if they don't have enough gold for something, he pays for it. But his disposition on the outward is leave me alone. And sort of no, I don't have feelings. Shut up.
I mentioned also that you've got this friend that directly works under your employee Mercad, and then while you were gone, there's this guy Drogax who kind of sounds like he'd be a good fit for you guys as far as a crew.
Oh, I was listening. I have headphones
okay, yes.
still.
So, anyways, these are the people you've been hanging out for the past week. I'll pan the camera back, but first, Folger, what'd you get on the D100?
73.
Okay, yeah. You have never seen these people before, but you know that they're soldiers of Eastreach as you once were. Meanwhile, Drogax, yes. There's you're there at the table with this like scroungy looking guy, this emaciated man, and this armored tabard wearing soldier approaches, and basically says that, and then looks at the scroungy guy and calls him by name, and that's what happens. Yeah.
Okay. I guess in that case, then I'm kind of like looking back and forth between the two. Let's say, oh, hold on. Sorry, I thought it was my emails popping up. Yeah, I kind of look back and forth between the two. Let's say, like, there's a lot of desperate people coming through the town. What makes him different?
What makes him different is that he is a deserter. And you're not getting away from us this time, Houston. And then now, like, two or three more of these armored people with weapons, they put their hands on the hilts of their blades and they surround the table. And at this point, his hands are shaking, sitting on the table either side of his drink. As he looks up, you can see that he's terrified.
At this, Folger will whistle and nod at Odo and then walk over and place a hand on the shoulder of the first soldier who walked over to the table.
All right. Oh. He draws his blade and swings around. How dare some ruffian from this the light-forsaken edge of the world, these peasants, even touch him, and swings around. You can see from the filigree and markings in his armor and tabard that he is a captain and in Lord Meriadoc's armies. I will actually silence the bar as everyone falls silent.
Can Guillaume, like, as all this is going on, Guillaume's going to try to break the tension by accidentally stumbling into the captain and pouring his drink all over him.
Oh gosh.
That sounds like that's going to make it worse.
I don't know if that's going to make it better, man.
Yeah, but he's going to seem dishonorable. It's just an accident. I'm just an old man. I'm just
I'm pretty sure he'll just try to kill you, which you could do, but I'm almost certain that that's going to happen. I'll affect their reaction roll as such, just so you know. Is he?
He's just trying to kill me for spilling a drink. What a psychopath!
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, this
dude
guy's
is a
already got
psychopath,
there
yeah.
in steel, man. I don't think this is the time for it. Your call, but
Yeah, no, probably not. If he seems like a murderous, evil bastard, probably not. Then I thought he was going to at least be all right.
I'll tell him then, Captain. Within these walls, you're under Bristleback's jurisdiction. Justice does not happen inside the inn. If you have business, it can be taken care of outside.
You filthy peasant. I am the servant of Lord Meriadoc, and these are his lands. And I'm
a servant of the light.
As am I.
I
step up next to him.
They draw their weapons, and they absolutely hate this, and they're very arrogant. Yeah, and they're just not having it at all.
What's
let's see.
Bristleback doing throughout this?
Bristleback.
I was kind of banking on getting a little bit of support.
So Bristleback, actually, he looks probably as surprised and placid as you've ever seen. And that is to say, he doesn't seem like he's acting. Usually if something like this happens in the inn, he launches into action himself and he gets his guards involved. But in this case, he just like steps back from the bar into the shadows.
Well,
roll for initiative.
Miscalculated as well.
Always
Sorry, scumbag. I shouldn't have stopped you earlier. You might have.
Well, you know. Idea. So wait, who's rolling initiative?
Well, I would say it'd probably be Folger. I would say it'd probably be Folger.
I'm just going to disconnect. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect because my mic is being a little bit crackly for some of you. So I'm just going to do a quick disconnect and reconnect. So
yeah, I'm sorry. Can anyone else hear a microphone crackling? Is it me? Do you hear a crackling microphone?
Everything's fine.
I think it's clear on our end.
Oh, I'm really glad to hear that. Okay, because I have had stuff like that. Is that any better, Diogenes? Is that better?
It sounds okay so far. Yeah, just sometimes when, like, some people it's absolutely fine, but sometimes when you're talking DM, it just go a little bit crackly or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Oh man, I hate that. And no one else can hear the crackling, right?
It could just be the magic where he's from.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes
indeed, the
it's
magic.
a connection thing.
Okay,
I meant to try something, if possible.
Oh sure, yeah.
Unless we're too far gone. I mean, if we're in combat, then we're in combat.
These people are awful and pretty like they just don't see. They don't have any regard for you at all. But that being said, top of the round, first part of the procedure, plans, stunts, ideas, and shenanigans. That's the most important thing. Declare spells and retreats.
Mm-hmm.
And on the other note too, while this talk was happening and people looking around, I would be looking around the room and sizing up tactically. Like, this guy had how many soldiers with him? 4?
There are 6 soldiers here.
Plus him. Wait, 6? Hang on, I thought this was 4.
So I was realizing he had 6, so 7 total.
And six including him, yeah.
And I couldn't care less what happened to the jittery guy at the table. I was actually going to put my arm on the Priest of Light, but I think we're beyond all that in combat.
Oh yeah, after Folger said what he said, they're just going to start.
Yeah, no. So it's like,
let's just see who wins initiative and get going, I guess.
All right. Well.
All right.
I think we do plans before initiative. So.
Oh right.
Yeah, if you have any ideas, yeah, that obviously is the most important thing.
Well, I think
what's involved in disarming someone? Oh, sorry.
Where's our if I'm like on a table, are they like over at a table, like up talking over somewhere right now?
You know what? I should rearrange this the way it kind of is. So you got 3 of them that are over near this guy's table, and let's see. Drogax has gone over to talk to him, and then Folger came over, and I heard that Krogon did too. So these other 4 are not there yet; they're over here, and then I've got you guys kind of over at a table. So I'll draw your little tables here too. So you got a table here. I need this to be bigger. Table, and then a table, and then they're at a table, and then you've got like an unoccupied table, and then there's a bar space.
When Folger said he was a servant of the light, I said I am too, and I moved in that direction.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right. So, any ideas? Like, you know, you said you're thinking about trying to just disarm them. So
what's involved in that?
Yeah. So basically, what happens without looking at the specifics is you do a regular attack and regular damage. And you can declare half of it as non-lethal. So they're going to get hurt. And if it doesn't kill them and they go down to like a non-lethal amount, then they're unconscious or disabled. So there's a chance you'll kill somebody, but you know.
Referee.
But there's
I think I know
no
what
there's
my
no
problem
chance
is.
to just get their weapons out of their hands.
That's how you would do it, and you'll get whatever you want.
I
If you
gotta
want to
knock the
disarm
guy out.
them, well, you don't have to. It'd be whatever you want. You could disarm them. You get whatever non-violent result you want out of it, but you got to crack their skulls and hopefully not kill them in the process. There's no gentle way to disarm them. Sorry, Diogenes, what were you saying?
Yeah, I was saying, is there a way that I can like just have like listen to your guys' audio instead of the video? Because I think maybe that's what's causing it to play up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
if I
you can
just see...
right click on people and disable their video, and it'll just disable their video for you if you're having connection troubles.
How would I do that? So right click on them, I see mute.
Yeah, in Discord, and then there should be disable video underneath mute.
I just see mute, I'm afraid. Maybe I don't have the ability for that, or...
I don't know.
Possible?
Yeah, I do. So I can right click on Krogon and I can disable
Yeah,
his video.
it should work with anybody who has video on.
And it should just do that locally for me. It shouldn't do that for other people when I disable his video. Yeah. You can also mute
Yeah,
people.
I've just got mute. I don't seem to have the other one, I'm afraid.
What if I talkie test?
I think you just muted yourself. Ross.
Yeah, I know.
think
Did you hear any
muted yourself.
crackling?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think it's just sometimes the video lags a bit because I never really have any problems when it's just audio.
I don't know what to do about that. You should be able to right click on people and disable their video. Alternately, I think there's an option where you can... Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm so sorry.
No, that's all right. It's fine. It's just sometimes it kind of clicks in and out again. That's all right. I'm sure I'll figure it out later.
Okay. So, yes, subdual damage, page 41. You attack, and then half is real, half is subdual. It doesn't kill. And once you get down to 0, I'll let you get any non-violent result you want out of that. Unless it takes the real damage down to 0 and then they get killed accidentally. Because if you're taking a bar stool and you're cracking it against their wrist to get it out of their hand, you might just crack it against their skull and kill them. So, it's possible. All right. Folger, roll for initiative then. I will too. I got a 5. What'd you get? Doesn't show the result for some reason. I think you might be muted. 5. Gotcha. Okay, roll one more time. All right, you all are able to act first. The first thing is movement and missile fire. Is anyone shooting a missile weapon? You can go ahead and attack and roll for damage and declare your target now. And if you're moving, you can move now. This game does have attacks of opportunity. It's not what it calls it, but that's effectively what it is. No one's moving and no missiles?
Yeah. I'm going to move out of the tangle or the crush of eyes around the table. I'm going to move away and just kind of get, to the bar, put my back against the bar and get away from this melee brawl that's about to happen. I'm not getting stuck in.
Okay. Yeah, you can... I think that makes sense because he's focused on Folger. So you can run over to the bar and put your back to it if that's your goal.
Sounds about right, yeah.
No one else. If you're moving, go ahead and move your
Yeah,
token.
I think I forgot there's also Makard there. So I'll move out of the way and sort of try to get behind Krogon. And then I'll get I'll tell Makard to, start loosing off some arrows over at these dudes in this direction to try and distract them.
All right, he'll do that right now then. He'll loose 2 arrows. Both of them hit. And they both do D8 damage. And that takes out 1 target. Let's see, 6. So subdual. Give me just a second. Do you want him to kill them or to disable them?
I don't really care what he does.
I'm gonna say that he disables them, and
All right.
yeah, but this guy's probably never gonna be a guard again. He took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah,
his career's
yeah.
over. All right,
Rest in peace.
all right. If anybody else is firing a missile weapon, go ahead and do it now or move. No, okay.
Moved.
All right, melee combat.
Ogon was gonna lift up that table.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
And he
You're gonna.
lifts it up, and he's waiting, and he's gonna throw it at one of those guys.
All right. Yeah. So what I'm gonna say is, I'm gonna say that you make a regular attack, but it will hit both of those guys if you hit.
Yes,
and it,
that's what he's hoping.
and it'll do because it's a big table. I'll say that it'll do D8 damage, but it does it all subdual, so it's not going to kill them.
Excellent. Okay. My character sheet blanks now. Hold on.
And anybody else doing a melee attack, unless you've got like a scheme like that, go ahead and roll your attack and damage now.
Did that work? Okay, I had to roll the dice roller. I got a 14 plus. I have 16 total.
Okay, 14 hits. 16, yeah, that hits. And then what's the damage on a D8?
Of course.
Table damage. Let's go.
You want me to roll twice, or
No, you could just roll
Okay,
one time,
okay.
yeah. So that
Sorry,
does it does that to both. It knocks them down, but
Or-
they are not
Oh.
unconscious yet. But you just launch a table at these people, and it just throws them backwards. What else we got? We got Father Bloombad. Who are you attacking?
Whoever is next to Folger.
Okay, and let's see, 13 hits for 5 damage. You
No,
yeah, next to Folger.
I'm not doing subdual. I'm here to cleanse the wicked.
Okay. And you sound like our other friend that plays in this game. He's always like, filthy chaos servants, and he's just killing. It's like, whoa. Anyways, no chill on that religious guy, but anyways, that does 5 damage. You and Martin, you attack, so 7 does not hit. Is anybody else doing an attack? This guy's going to hop up and he's going to attack. He tries to do the same thing. He throws a knife to see if he can finish this guy off. He does successfully hit him, and so Father Bloombad, you like what type of weapon do you have?
Mace, heavy.
Yeah. So if you do a grievous wound to this guy, what does it look like?
He was probably concentrating on Folger, and I came up and just smacked him on the side of the helmet and kind of dented his skull a little.
Yeah, you do that, and you hear a crack as his entire neck gets popped out, and he sees nothing but stars. But then all of a sudden, a dagger goes straight into his back, and he falls forward onto you. You just catching him and allowing him to slump to the ground dead. Yeah, the plan to not kill these people suddenly seems to be turning the other way. All right, so everybody's done an attack, right?
Did Diogenes do something?
I think he's trying to stay out of this. I think he wants to not be implicated.
I'm trying to not get stuck into these Imperial.
Oh, right.
All right, that's fair.
I guess I will do one thing though. Like, I'm over at the bar. I'm going to reach one hand over the bar and kind of feel the underside of the bar. Like, don't suppose there's like a shotgun there, you know? You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah,
is there
sure.
Maybe even a cudgel. Is there a cudgel or something?
It's so
like that?
funny that you ask that. Let's see.
Oh, he has a blunderbuss or something, doesn't he? Or some shit like that.
I think I might be thinking of another RPG, but I seriously am looking because
That'd be pretty cool though.
It's easy. Just it misfires on a 1 or 2, man. You know how it works. Come on. You can just. Everybody knows that the true rule is Gork.
All right, there is not. I'm thinking of, yeah. There's no weapon back there. Yeah.
Noted. That's all good. That's absolutely fine.
All right. Okay. It is their turn. They are going to. These two, they spend part of their round throwing this table off, and then getting over to the person here. They're going to try to kill him, and then this one charges Folger. This one charges Guion, and then these two try to make it to Mercad because Mercad's loosing arrows. You know, it's really deadly. And then, let's see. Oh God, he hits for sure. And just hews his head clean off with a sword. And then Folger hits, I think. Is a 16 hit, actually? Maybe not. You have your armor and weapons, if that's not clear. I think you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that's my AC. If I'm fully
Oh,
geared.
okay.
I thought I was kind of geared down, but in either case, that'll hit.
All right, you take 5 damage.
Okay.
And then Guion does a 11. Does an 11 hit. It misses. Okay, and then these two are going to try to make it to Mercad, and they're both going to try to attack him. One of them hits for 8 points of damage.
Ouch.
Mercad has 8 points of damage. He is dead. They slew
Oh,
Mercad.
aren't you still alive at 0 HP?
You are,
Didn't
but
we-
but NPCs are not.
Oh, shit. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give that to you because it is precisely at 0 hit points. So I'll give him the player thing because he's your estate. So he's at 0 hit points, which makes him unconscious, and I might be getting my RPGs mixed up here. I think he needs to. I think that's it for this game. He's just unconscious. But if they finish him, he's dead. Okay. Anyways, that's everybody, and then Folger. Well, actually, first of all, plan, scheme, stunts, shenanigans. Top of the round.
We're gonna call for Bristleback to get in on this. It started now.
All right. You yell at Odo to do that. You actually hear him say back. He's like, "I suppose you're right, lad. It's true." And he hops over the table, and Odo Bristleback joins the fray. And you can roll for initiative, Guion. All right, roll one more time.
Come on, D6.
Jeez Louise, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going to duel this thing out. All right, crap. They're able to act first. They are going to finish Mercad. And if they hit him there, I will get a... Okay, I'll say that they actually lose that chance, yeah. And, oh, Krogon. Oh, yeah, you threw the table. That's what it was. Okay, and then, let's see... Actually, it doesn't make any sense. They're going to come over to Krogon and attempt that, but they missed anyways. And then this one's going to try to attack Guion. A 19 hits.
Wait, yeah, that hits for sure.
7 damage.
I'm dead.
All right. You're below -1?
Yeah.
You're dead. Yeah. All right, and then Folger. 18 hits.
Yep.
7 damage.
Well, I don't have 12 HP, Ross.
All right, you're dead. And then let's see here. This one moves over to attack Father Bloombad. It misses. Okay, and then movement and missile fire. Mercad is unconscious. And the innkeeper runs over to attack this one that attacked Guion. I need his stat block for that. He does.
So how many of our lads have been slain in total at this point? So let me quickly take account. So who amongst all of us is down or dead?
There are 2 of 6 that are down. If you count all the NPCs, there are 3 of 8 down, which leaves 5, and they are down to 4. No, 5.
So it's a 5-on-5 essentially.
Yep.
Depends on whether Diogenes participates.
And
Yes, I might wait. I think my guy is pretty firmly a bit of a Kugel the clever sort of fellow, so I'm going to wait to see where the balance goes, and then I might contribute. We'll see what happens in a moment.
Yeah, given that this is life or death, I think that's fair. You all can either, if you have an existing character, let me know, or you can roll up a new one. And
Yeah, I'll roll up a new one.
At
I got a
this-
new sheet.
I got some backup stats. Let me see what I can.
at this point, Folger, as he dies, and something strange happens. And when Odo, this wide, chubby, hairy man. Okay, actually, I'm sorry. I'll give you a sheet. Yeah, let me give you that right now. Because you don't want to ever get rid of your characters, because I put them in the roles, the honored dead. So I keep dead characters. There's Scumbag. Do you need one,
Thank
Folger?
you.
Or I'm sorry, Martin. Holy sh.
You could send me one, sure.
Okay, I'll put one in here. Here you go. All right.
I got my backup stats. I'm just gonna do some shopping real quick.
Suddenly, after he leaps across the table, you hear this inhuman, animalistic roar that vibrates throughout the whole inn. And just like a lightning bolt, just charges into this one. And let me see here.
Like werebore or some situation like that. I just kind of get that feeling.
Yeah, and he claws emanate from this thing, and blood suddenly just flies up and gouts from this person that's torn apart by claws and teeth, and then he just charges through the remains of this person onto the next one. And then let's see. Is anyone else moving or firing a missile weapon?
I'll just move like right up to this guy.
All right. If no one else is firing a missile weapon or anything, then you can.
I had a question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly how it plays out, my situation. Am I able to spring away, like barbarian fashion, from these two?
What's your
You
intention?
mentioned there-
What's your goal?
For the moment, like, I'm not sure if they actually have me flanked like that or not or whatever, but I was going to jump. I've seen everybody being slain about me. Pardon me, give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
You kind of caught me off guard with that werewolf thing. Pardon me a second. I got this phone call keep coming. I'm sorry, guys.
No problem. If you're
Pardon me, referee.
oh, go ahead.
Would I be able to, like, while the movement is taking place, could I vault over the bar? And, like, is there, like, a little... You know how, like, in some bars they've got, like, a back area? Or, like, a door that's, like, the staff-only section? Is there something like that? Or is it just, like, the wooden bar? And
No,
then
yeah, that absolutely
pretty much the
leads
wall?
in. It leads into the buttery and the kitchen. Yeah.
Can I vault the bar? Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and you can go back there if that's your goal. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to be, while this like brawl is like wildly happening, I'm going to be looking, is there any like valuables or like a safe or a lockbox or so? I'm not saying I'm going to go into it, but is there anything like that I catch sight of as this brawl is happening in the background?
You could easily find valuables. If you search through them, 2 things would happen. Isabel and Tally are hunkered down screaming for their lives at this point.
Cool.
You hear another woman in the back yelling. And that would be a chaotic act, which you have an indeterminate number of until you mutate into a monster of chaos.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Is that a feature of the setting? Like,
Yes.
you kind of the land sort of saturated with chaos magic? No, that's cool. I like it.
The ethics system.
I think we chill for now then in that case, because like you said, there's the three women in the back, so I'm just going to like chill for now, I think.
Okay. All right. If anybody else is attacking, you can roll to attack and to hit. And if you have characters now, Martin and Scumbag, I'll drop them in and you can use them.
I just gotta figure out what to do.
Now, if it's equipment that you're waiting on, don't worry about it. I can put you in the fight right now, or you can wait, whichever you prefer. But in the meantime, let's see. Father Bloombad. Oh, you miss. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody else attacking? Krogon is... I'll get back to Krogon, and I'll roll that last. Okay. In that case, it's their turn. One's gonna try to attack Father Bloombad. Kind of a life or death struggle between those two. Gets a natural 1, doesn't hit. This one comes over, is trying to attack this beast. Let's see, there are 1, 2, 3 of them dead. I'm going to make a morale check, actually. 8. Let me look up something really quick.
Yeah, I have no idea what starting equipment I'm supposed to have, but I got good enough stats to be a ranger, so I did that.
Okay, we need to chat, but you can do that because we haven't had a ranger yet, so I'm down. I'm down with it. Okay, let's see, what did I get? I got an 8. They are with their leader here. Wait, is that the leader that you were talking to? He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah, then their morale breaks and they try to flee. Okay, so they're
Dead
gonna.
in the first round.
So no, but there were other things. Okay, for the morale, I also include the fact that this dude just mutated into a huge beast and is tearing people apart with his claws. That seems relevant to morale.
Too. Hey, fair enough.
So, all right, if they're running away, what are your all's intention as a group?
I'm gonna chase them and kill as many as I can.
All right, in that case, you can just go ahead and roll to hit. And I'm going to roll to hit for Krogon. I'll give him 2 because he had that round as well. He only hits once. He just hurts 1, but they still get away. Actually, Scumbag, if you guys rest to get your hit points back, you can also just play Mercad. He's a henchman. And he's level 2 thief. It's up to you.
I don't know. I'm not really into being like a, thief kind of guy.
Sure. Yeah. Ranger's a very interesting role. Anyways, I'll have to send you like a couple sentences here in a second about it, at least. Okay, so Father Bloombad, what'd you get?
I missed.
You missed. Okay, he's able to get away, and then this guy's going to get to hit, or get to attack at least. Misses. That sucks. And they flee the inn, and you can hear them going out for their horses at the stables. And
we can catch them there, right?
Running off, into the night from the open gate, into the night.
Maybe we can't catch them at the stables and get another combat round on them?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say by the time they get there, what you're going to have is people charging past on horseback. The good news is...
don't have saddles.
Oh, yeah, they do. Sure. The good news is... Well, and if Folger were still alive and Guion, they could tell you that charging off into the night outside the gates with a horse right now is probably not the best idea anyways. But they do it.
Not sure we've heard about that yet. Oh, wait, never mind.
Well, I mean, it's just a bad idea anyways, I think. But I mean, it's either that or stay here and face this freaking clawed beast thing. But anyways, they charge off. No, you can't catch them. That being said, the good news is that there are a bunch of horses in the stables now. And they're with equipment.
Oh, they left their horses.
All except the ones that fled, which just run and take a horse blanket and they get out of there because this is their lives. So 3 of them make it out. Meanwhile, several of your companions are dead on the ground. What do you all do? Mercad is unconscious.
Bodies. Sorry, who's conscious?
Mercad is unconscious.
I mean, I will render aid to him.
Okay. You know what? Make a wisdom check. Because I imagine everybody's going to need to rest anyways.
Did I just roll 20? There's no...
D20 under your... Or I'm sorry, it's a D20 to exceed your saving throw number plus your wisdom modifier. This, yeah, yeah.
It fails
okay.
if it's supposed to... Okay, yeah, it's under my wisdom, but it's over... it's over my... Yeah.
Under your saving throw number, yeah.
Throw.
Okay, so you're unable to awaken him, but you're able to tell that he's at least stable. And that you could probably bring him somewhere to where he could rest and recover. I think with Krogon out and both previous party leaders out, I think the next one up is Drogax. Drogax, you have traveled here to Eastreach, to the end of the Borderlands, where the borders of what is thought to be an empire of chaos and madness across to the wild north, where there's these lights in the sky. Came here to slay chaos, and here it is that the supposed authorities have come in and killed almost everyone in this inn, and the people that you've known for a week.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, referee. So, like, obviously the bulk of the party, like prior to coming in and stabilizing the Mercad, they'd sort of rushed outside to sort of catch the guys and sort of saw them thundering past on their horses. Is that right? That's kind of how the scene was set, right?
Who would? Well, the. I mean, if you go outside, yes, that's what you would see, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, like, while the remainder of the party kind of rushed outside, or if that's indeed what they did, I'd like to take the opportunity, like, before they kind of sort of came back in, I'd like to take the opportunity to loot the bodies of the fallen party members and see if they have any magical items or coin purses or keys or so on them. I'd like to take an opportunity to do that, please.
Okay. Well... you can assume that all of the goods that everyone has will go into the group treasury. So you're not going to lose the items that everyone has. There are no magic items, but that is a chaotic act. And
oh my god, everything's a chaotic act.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's all right.
Healing from the lawful. Yes,
yeah, the lawful dead. Yes. All right. Okay. Let's see. Father Bloombad. What's the plan for the group?
Well, I guess I'll help Bristleback remove the bodies.
Okay, so you're going to help clean up the inn. You do receive all of the stuff for the group that you could divvy up what remains. Unless someone has a character that they've designated as their heir for an inheritance in advance. I know I just introduced that rule last week, or a few days ago. But if you already have someone ready to go, then you won't lose your stuff. But I don't think anyone has magic items and stuff anyway, do they?
No.
Just very valuable armor.
Very valuable armor. Yeah. You won't have your warhorse, but I will say that if you want to use the inheritance rule, then you can keep your wealth. Like, you can keep your gold, you know. But that would mean that, you know, this is your inheritor, this character. So, and you can have more characters, so this doesn't have to be this one. Okay. So, if you help clean up the bodies, you're shown outside. There's a makeshift graveyard. Odo eventually, after having revealed his secret, turns back to normal in time. He also helps you drag the bodies out and digs the graves. At the edge of the waterfront are a number of makeshift graves. It seems like several people have died here and been laid to rest. And Odo is actually kind of sobbing. And he's like, Folger, You're a lot of some of the first ones that have lasted out here. Usually people just travel through. No one's tried to make this place their home in years. I don't know. And then he looks up at Father Bloombad, and he's like, maybe you ought to take the next kill boat out of here, Father. I don't know if this is a place for anyone.
Wicked's not going to smite itself. I'm staying.
Strangely, he has an indignant response. He's like, well, then you can die like the rest of them. And he charges off.
I intend to.
Attaboy.
Referee, you know how there's the horses and so on that the guys who were slain, the soldiers who were slain, obviously they sort of left their horses. Like, can we take some time to search their? Oh, pardon me, I'm going to sneeze.
So I'll go back to the inn here. Actually, I'm just going to keep it on Zelkor's Ferry map, and we're gonna.
Soldiers have any armor that is better than ringmail?
Yeah. I'll go through and you all can kind of pick it apart. And then the other thing I'll do is, so let's just do this actually. Martin, scumbag, keep your stuff, and apply that stuff to whoever you designate as your inheritor. Does that make sense? Because you can have more than one character. You don't have to have just like this particular character you're making doesn't need to be in your inheritor.
Well, yeah, just in case, I'm probably going to need a backup after even playing this dude, because this guy's a ranger. Just in case anyone else is a ranger, I'll always defer to anyone else they can play their ranger.
Without looking, I'm pretty sure rangers aren't even allowed to have worldly wealth or something like that. I think it says that.
Anything beyond what I need, I have to give away.
Yeah. So you can either give it away, or you can give it to a different character that is your inheritor. So that the estate progression can continue for you guys.
Yeah, I'll do that. That all of Guion's wealth will go to.
All right.
The next one.
I will also say though that after this happens, because I think he has a special connection to Guion specifically, I don't think Mercad would be loyal to somebody new. I think that probably would have to get developed over time. So. Mercad is probably out of the game, or he would want to work with anyone. Anyway, so you guys keep your estate. The other stuff, let's look at it. You have of things that would be valuable. A lance, if somebody wants it. A longsword, 2 longswords. Chainmail. Crossbow, light crossbow, shield, ring armor, more shields, and this is pretty rad. So there were 6 of them, and 3 of them got away. So you have 3 war horses, and since 2 of you died, I think the survivors can have the war horses. So that makes sense to me.
Nice.
Can I take one of the long swords as well, please?
Yeah, absolutely. And then so we'll divvy it up that way. See, these war horses are a HD3 war horse that can also be used in an attack if you can develop a bond with it. And I'll say that you got to kind of do that over time. So I will also take all the stuff that you get off of them, and I'll put it in chat at the bottom of the XP results for tonight. I would say share the loot with all of the survivors, including the 2 new people coming in. And you guys can take your 1/5 share of any monies, and then if there's equipment, please divvy it up yourselves. Okay. So here you are in Zelkor's Ferry. The night passes, and 2 new people come in the next day. Get this jaunty tune.
Apologies. Was that chainmail? Was that from the guards or from one of the dead characters?
From the guards. Yeah.
Oh, I'll take a chainmail then if it's from one of the guards.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Bloombad,
Armor class.
what is the plan now? So you met all these people, you made this plan. I will say that you can fire Drogax, because that makes sense to me. Because he did just like straight up leave and then try to steal from everybody. That seems fair.
Does he know where this Doom mouth is?
You all have all heard that the Mouth of Doom is directly to the south, and Krogon knows where it is.
Okay.
So
But
remind me one more time. What were those soldiers? What was their organization called? Like, what was on their tabards? I didn't write it.
Yeah,
down.
they are. They were of the army of Lord Meriadoc of Corgay, of the kingdom of, or the province of Eastreach.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, I think the surviving members of the party are all outlaws now, right? Because we just didn't we just kill some of these lords soldiers, or assuming they got back to their captain or whoever and said, we got attacked by XYZ
That's
guys
a
and
big
Zelkor's Ferry.
assumption.
Yes.
I would assume that the odds of them getting back without horses running off in the night are approximately 0. They're dead, as far as I'm concerned. They could get back, but that's suicide.
The next day at the Bristleback Inn, a boat doesn't come. The patrol is gone, and your friends, Krogon's friends, that you would have known, this other group of people that also adventure here, you haven't heard from them in over a week. So it doesn't bode well. So the Bristleback Inn today on the 4th, Lunasa the 4th of Fomhar, and the next day, it is a misty shower covers the riverfront, and so visibility has dropped dramatically, and the ground becomes soggy, drinking in the mist that has been gone now for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Odo sits with you. Darren, are you back? I'll catch you up.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
No, that's okay.
I had an intense phone call, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You want to keep playing? It's okay. I mean,
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to catch you up, things went horrible. Two of the player characters are dead. 3 of the guards just took to just horse blanket and horse and jetted off into the night. So you have a ton of extra equipment now if you want any of this armor or weapons. And you've got 3 war horses. So Krogon has a war horse. There are 2 new people that showed up. Father Bloombad is the new group caller now. Okay. And you're trying to plan what to do. And so the next day, the inn is mostly empty. Odo has secret out, at least to you all. He brings free drinks and food. And he says, "Now look, lads, I'd ask you, the rest of my family here, the guards, they know about this. This is how I've kept this place safe. I'd ask you to keep it a secret on your honor. If you don't, and I find out, you'll not be welcome here. This is what we do to keep this place safe. Now, the other thing. I knew that lord was dirty, and there's a whole force of renegade soldiers, a whole battalion on the coast road. They patrol back and forth, pressing people into service, marching them to death to try to gather treasure for them. And they wear the tabard of that lord. I didn't want to say anything, I don't know who to trust, but you saw it for yourself. I don't know if the lord himself is crooked. I pay my taxes every year. Sometimes the foot patrols come through here, or mounted patrols. I give them a place to sleep. I'm ashamed to say that I knew that they were a problem. I don't think those 3 made it. There are things in that forest far worse than a trained soldier on a bare horseback that doesn't even have a saddle.
I think we're good.
All right. I'll take you at your word. I don't think we'll hear anything from patrols like that. If another patrol comes through here, I would suggest act like this never happened.
Like what never happened?
Well, that we just killed some of Lord Meriadoc's men.
I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Like,
Oh. Well enough. And he goes back and he goes to the, leaves you all alone in an empty inn. What do you do for the day?
Alright. Should we go
It's
get
still-
some treasure or something, or get
let's
some
be
gold?
off.
What's the plan for the group? Like, are you going to try to go to the Mouth of Doom, or are you going to explore the overland? That was the original plan. We stick with that.
Well, I mean, we lost the people that knew where we were going on the overland, right?
Damn.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm anxious to just hit the Mouth of Doom myself. I want to kill some evil creatures.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Do you guys have your characters, new characters up? Soul Loss
yeah.
and. Okay, I'll move them here.
Yeah.
The option of henchmen. Are there any available?
Well, there's one man who's but he's barely I would say he's probably asleep. So yeah, actually no, there's not really. Come to think of it, this place is cleaned out. So, let me see here. Players. I'm gonna put this in. Pulse of Courage. Folger goes there, and Guion. Murkod will probably leave anyways. And, alright, here we go. Actually, another thing that's tough about today, it's a very tough situation, is visibility has dropped. It's very misty out today. Where do you go? You can see, for the people that that just arrived in Zelkor's Ferry and haven't made a overland expedition, you jut out kind of into a peninsula at the meeting of a large river and a tributary. It's been dry, but now it's just kind of gathering mud and slush as it gently has this gentle misty rain outside. And you can see from where you are that there's a forest and just the edge of a rising hillside. And otherwise what looks like maybe a floodplain or delta. That's all you can see from where you are. That's only about a couple of miles out.
And
Did any of our deceased
go ahead.
companions have a map?
Someone had a map, but last session I know that had an X on it. But I don't know who had that.
Folger had a map, but that'll be in possession of Odo Bristleback until someone comes to pick it up. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the policy was on the map. Were we drawing it on paper? Were we drawing it on a big table? Was it public?
I'll let you decide that. You know, like you can say that you're drawing it on a table, or that you have like a common map that's kept at the inn that anybody can look at. or it can be something that you would give to your inheritor as part of your estate. So it's up to you.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll declare this next character as a not too distant cousin who comes into town to pick things up, and can at least figure out from the map. It'll take a little time to figure out everything, but he'll be able to at least figure out the location of the Mouth of Doom if that's the plan.
All right. So you know what that map has then. Okay. Where do you go?
Oh, the map.
Where's
right?
the Mouth of Doom?
There's no trails or roads or anything or tracks.
Not from where you are. Yeah, you don't see any roads from where you are here.
We could perhaps our Krogan points toward the hill, and up towards there we can see more. We get some height.
Okay. Alrighty.
Are our new companions not with us yet?
Yeah, I'll say they are. They're with you.
Okay, so we have a map then, right? Or no?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can share that information if you want, Martin, where the Mouth of Doom is, according to the map.
Seems fine.
Shellac. All right. Kellogg. Okay. There's a couple of things. Okay. It's slow going. It's becoming muddy quickly. It slows your travels, but you make it up to the top of this hill. It's also very forested here, but you're able to see a little better. Krogan's plan does work to some extent. From the top of the hill, you can see a few miles either side in the mist. Some of it is kind of hanging down below the mountain, or the hillside. You can see that there's a hill opposite you to the south. There's an old disused road that's overgrown that winds its way down to the south with some forest to the southwest. And then you can see across the river. This, by the way, is mostly dried up. There's kind of like the river itself is kind of like this at this point. And then the rest of this is just mud and sludge. And you can see kind of like an island on the opposite side.
There's no traffic or boats or anything.
I am hearing fuzziness. Where am I hearing that from? Let's see here. Nope, it's not you. Or yeah, it was maybe. Nope. I don't know. Anyways, you said boats? No. Yeah, you don't see any boats or anything.
Well.
And the hillside's muddy, so it... Oh, there we go. Somebody changed something there, and it's gone. You don't see any tracks or anything either, and that's probably because of the rain and the mud. So.
So I'm pointing towards the other hill yonder. There's another hill over there. I don't see anything.
Where does the map direct us to go?
We have a map.
From here, it directs us to go south.
Go south then.
Okay.
Are you guys riding your war horses?
Yeah, I guess those of us who would have them, we would take them, I guess.
You took your horses?
Mm-hmm. Or
Okay.
maybe not if the terrain's going to be super boggy.
All right. Do you stay along the saddle and climb the hill, or do you take the riverfront, or do you leave the hill? How do you travel to the south? Where do you go from here?
The map's not specific about that. Any way should be fine.
Where do we
It's
go?
usually best to sort of hug rivers and stuff when you're traveling, or I guess like a pre-modern context that would kind of make sense to hug rivers and landmarks and so on.
Are these hills on the map or no?
We're on a hill. Those
Yeah, are the
top-
hills on the map though?
Martin?
Yeah. This hill is on the map. And there should be
Do we-
another hill to the south of us, with a forest ahead of it.
Is that where we need to go?
Yeah, it's going to be on another hill to the south of us, just past a little bit of forest at the base.
Okay, good.
All right, Father Bloombad, where do you go from here?
I'll follow his directions. I'll look at the map if he allows me, and try to figure it out.
Let me pull it up for you.
Oh, yeah. I will get back to you, scumbag.
So if you want to take a quick look at what the map will look like, it's going to be the one I posted just a couple days ago. It's sort of beige. I mean, technically that's Jay's map, but I think those two characters were swapping notes back and forth because he updated it with some stuff that I had last time.
Yeah, and just to kind of keep things moving along here,
Adventures.
he's correct. You just need to go south. My question is just simply, so what you see when you look straight ahead, you see this dip in the terrain, like a saddle that rises into a bald hillside. You have the riverfront. You have these plains with a overgrown road off in the distance. You just head straight through the terrain, or do you exit the hill and go off somewhere? Like where do you go from where you are? That's all I'm asking.
Okay. I suggest we follow the saddle and just pop onto the other hilltop.
Okay. All right. Yeah, to keep that visibility. All right. Let's see.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Anyone here like a ranger or something?
Evidently not.
Yeah. You don't see
They
anything?
are playing their hand close to the chest, which I would assume for a lost order of knights.
All right.
Strange folk.
You make it to this other hillside, and you can see off ahead of you that there is a forest off in the distance. If you continue, otherwise there's this old kind of disused and a road that's fallen into disrepair and a forest on the other side of it. Where do you go from here? Make a roll here.
Maybe south and a little east, and then come in on the side, so we're not making a direct line towards it.
Okay.
I mean, somebody mentioned trouble with kobolds and an ogre, so
this brings you in this muddy weather toward the evening. Now, don't worry, you can still make it to the Mouth of Doom, but it is toward the end of the day. I'll assume that you can make it back, though. Don't worry. But you can see a forest, and then in the mist, a shallow mountain rising up into the mist.
Uh-oh.
And also of note, there is a cottage that you can see off in the distance. pockets of mist hanging in the valley, in the muck, and a forest on the other side of the road that is overgrown.
There's no nasty creature tracks or anything knocking about, is there?
If you have a feature for that, you can use it. Otherwise,
I mean, like I'm like a tracker. It says by base I have a 90% chance to find it.
Nice. Okay.
If there is tracks, and then it's minus 10% for every day old that they are.
Okay.
If they're there at all.
Let's see. I don't think you have to roll for it. I'll tell you what you can discern from the earth. The earth is not drinking moisture. It's not drunk moisture in 2 weeks, at least, maybe 3. And so it's been dry, but it's starting to become muddy, and with the rain. You can tell that it has been weeks since any large number of things have moved through here, but you sense that there are animals, some of them very large, that come back and forth. You're not able to tell that through the trails, like you don't see that from footprints or anything, but rather you can tell from animal paths in the woods where the forest has been broken.
Oh, keep your wits about you here, fellows.
Is there any smoke coming out of the cottage or anything? And lights coming out of the windows?
Nope. Yeah.
If we go to the cottage, can we still make it to the mouth of doom before night, or
Probably not.
it's gonna be one or the other?
Yeah. Or you could go to the cottage, camp out and spend the night, then go to the mouth of doom, or camp where you
that
are,
sounds
or return back.
Suitably, yeah, that sounds dangerous. You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
Yes, let us
That sounds good
rest
to me.
for
Let's
now.
do it.
Yeah, evil will surely surround us, and it'll give us a chance to smite it.
There you go. Silver lining.
Oh, does anyone else here speak the lawful alignment language, which I believe is definitely not Latin, right? Is that what it is?
I'm lawful.
Are you speaking in it to find out?
I assume that I'm a ranger. I assume by default I'm speaking in alignment language unless I say I'm not.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, I will respond and such.
It's the language of the light. It's sort of like Latin, or that sort of thing. It's a
Carpe diem.
yeah.
Let's move forward.
All right. From where you are, you approach the cottage. You can tell that it's fallen in. Only a portion of the cottage has any roofing left. The rest is just fallen into it. It's covered in moss and vines, and the floors of the cottage are just dirt and grass that has grown up. You can see across on the other side of the road, a little bit off into the distance, that there's also a hut that sits on the edge of the forest, and then a dark, mossy, hoary forest covered in darkness underneath its canopy. And then night falls. Then this happens. Who is in the middle watch of the night?
Oh, I guess I'll elect to be since nobody else spoke. I'll be middle watch.
All right.
I'll be ringing it.
Let me know if you have some kind of feature. Like.
No, I think the only some kind of feature I have is literally the tracking thing at this point. That's it.
And the surprise bonus?
Oh yeah, and the surprise bonus. There's only a
The
1
most
in
important
6%
one?
chance that I'm surprised.
Plus,
1 in
there's
6.
5 of us, so I mean, there would probably be 2 of us on the most dangerous watch of the night, right?
Depends how long the watches are doing, but that's possible.
It's a good thing that the ranger was on watch through the night. He was straight doing the Aragorn.
Because I ain't surprised.
Just,
I saw it come.
just standing at night creepily, just, everybody else is sleeping, and this guy just does not sleep. And because the ranger is able to see off in the distance on the road the approach of lantern light, as people are trying to conceal the light they have, but there's a very large group of men well armed, some with horses that are making their way up to the north.
Arm yourselves.
You're certain.
Kick everybody.
You're certain that they don't notice you.
Okay, I'll psst and kick everybody up. Arm yourselves, you. And we've got company.
When you say they're heading to the north, can you give us a bearing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess I'm actually asking Guion's character, Solas. Guion. Oh, they're coming toward us.
Yeah, they're following this road.
So yeah, since they sort of have a light, I will, I'll pull out my bow and knock an arrow. I'll get ready and position myself to take them on.
I will put my armor on.
Okay, so
Start armoring up.
everybody's able to get their armor and weapons and everything. Father Bloombad, what is the plan for the group? Is it to hide? Is it to run? Is it to fight? Is this a multi-step plan? What's the plan for the group?
Well, I mean, I don't know what these men are like. I mean, I'll defer to the ranger since this is more his
Okay.
territory. I would prefer to hide and allow them to pass just in case they are righteous men.
Let's see, that is Solas. Solas, there are some things that you know about these forests. I'll send you all this information later. If you want, you may, with some of the things I'll tell you, you may not want to be a ranger. But I'll tell you now that you know that this forest, in its summertime, becomes swarmed with ne'er-do-wells, people that live out in the forest, to prey on people like you. You're confident that they won't. It's unlikely that they will. They'll see you if you go into the forest. But if you stay here in the cottage, there's no doubt in your mind that they're going to find you. But then,
okay, so if this is all happening quickly, I will ask. Like, just, the group in general consensus, I will look and defer and say in common, do you want to run or do you want to fight? We have to decide quickly.
I reckon we go into the forest and hide.
Yeah, we don't want to fight.
I mean, we can tell there's more of them than us, right?
I mean, you brought your horses though, right? So that's going to be an awkward sitch to get into the... I mean, how far away are they?
Did we bring horses?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I brought mine.
yeah, and we could say, the people with the horses can bolt if you want, and you can begin an evasion. And we can split the party if you want, or
I mean, we can double up. It's a war horse. It's gonna be able to handle.
I'm
willing to take somebody on mine.
I'm going to say that that's not possible in an evasion. That to try to hold someone in a life or death bolting horse, it wouldn't work. Assuming you need to do that, which you don't know yet.
Yeah, I believe that, I would either, want to stand and fight or just go into the woods.
Right.
How many lanterns do we see?
Right. So, Solas, you can see probably 22 men that are armed, of which 3 or 4 have bullseye lanterns trying to travel in the night along the road.
Okay. In which case, then my man's not stupid, so I think it would definitely be one of those cases where I'm like, okay, the woods is probably just as dangerous as these folk, but at least the woods will, be a more honorable death than these savages. So
another thing that I mean was probably obvious to you, Solas, is that this is a small, this is a force. They're here for battle for something. But anyways.
Okay, in which case, in which case, observing the amount of them and stuff, I would like observe to the point that we should try and get up into like the tree line a bit and just hide.
Yeah. I mean, what's something else we could do is slap horses' asses and just send them off, and then they might pursue the horses. I mean, they were free anyway.
That's a waste of a perfectly good warhorse.
We could die otherwise. I mean,
I mean, you could do it if there's 3 of them. You could do it with 1. Might even.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It might even, just you might even be able to get it back later. I'll track it down or some shit.
With Solos here, you're able to very quietly keep the line of sight behind you with the descend down in a defilade into a low area, keep the horses, and make it, because these people are some 200, 300 yards off. So you're able to do it by doing it quickly. And you move down into a low area and you get to the forest. This force of people passes. Now this is the midpoint of the night. I'm going to create another token to kind of keep track of where they are.
Man, if they had just been closer, we would have been fucked, I think.
And then you all are kind of in this forest. I will also make a check to see if there's anything in the forest. There is not. At least not that you can see. Okay. You are not rested, but this force of 23 some odd people passes you on the road headed north. And it's the middle of the night. Probably an hour passes to get until they're out of view. What do you do?
I'm not sure I'd want to let them get out of my sight.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking we follow them at a safe distance, or if you feel comfortable that you could track them in the morning, we go back to the house and get the rest of our night's sleep.
Yeah, but if there's such a large force, what if they're planning to, attack Zelkor's Ferry or something in the night? Or
did they have siege weaponry? Did they have ladders and a battering ram?
you just need rafts. Or
I mean, they've got horses. All they really need is like a ladder, or they could go around.
But did they
They
have
could
a
just
ladder?
tread some water.
They did not appear to have any kind of siege implements.
Then they're not attacking Zelkor's Ferry tonight. That's a fortification. They'd have to siege it.
All right, so is the plan to try to rest and then follow them? Is that the plan?
That's one suggestion, but I don't want to.
Okay.
Maybe there's other thoughts about that as well.
We'll leave it up to whoever the expedition leader is now.
I mean, we could go into the Mouth of Doom, or we could follow them. I'm willing to go with the majority opinion.
I mean, it depends whatever the original plan was, because the thing now is like we either rest, we either go after them, and then if we do rest, what do we do in the morning?
Are we going to be any good if we follow them back somewhere and they get to their place by morning and we haven't rested, Ross? Or is that going to be like we aren't even able to fight?
By the next day, you'll have a -2 penalty on attacks and checks.
Yeah, so that'd be fucked. So yeah, if we don't, we need to rest definitely, whatever. And then it's either in the morning we either decide that we go after them, or we go to the Mouth of Doom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm inclined to go after them if you're up for tracking them. If so,
I mean, I can try to.
What's planned? Why are we tracking them?
Put something on the map. If there's a big force of men going around, traveling in the middle of the night, that's the sort of thing that might be valuable information for the settlement without us.
Yeah, also, what day is it, Ross, in game? If my character would be privy to that information.
This is kind of like 2 a.m. Lunasa, the 5th of Fomhar. The next the early morning.
Lunasa. Is Lunasa the day of the week?
No, that's the the day of the week. Oh gosh, kind of lost track of that. I would need to figure that out. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no problem. I business.
The 4th, 4, Wode's Day, Thor's Day, Frigg's Day. I think it's Saturn's Day.
Okay, Saturday. Never know. It could be a patrol or something.
All
Yeah.
right.
I
So
mean, it seemed like they were armed and ready to do something, so they're definitely doing something tonight.
So, Father
But we-
Bloombad, what's the plan for the group? What's the consensus then, based on this?
I think we all want to go back and rest for the rest of the night. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm down for that.
We'll do that.
All right. So you go back to the ruined cottage. You're able to rest for the rest of the night. Nothing disturbs you. You have to rest some more, so it comes to be morning time. So do one check for that. Nice. Okay. And you can hear screaming off in the distance, echoing across the hillsides and the low river valley.
Ah, fuck. I knew it. I'll start gearing up and
Yes.
Time to get riding.
Where do you go, Father Bloombad?
Well, I will allow our tracker companion to lead us towards the screaming.
oh right. I mean, if that's the plan, then yeah.
Is that what we want to
Oh.
do? I mean, maybe we could potentially pick off wounded, combatants.
If you Solos are trying to follow the tracks, it's very easy to do because they are not very good at hiding them. And if you travel with some speed along the road, you'll have to run in order to catch up, basically. Otherwise, you'll.
Yeah. Can I not hitch on one of the war horses with one of the others or something,
You can ride,
just so that we can get?
but I'm going to say that you can't do a forced march. Like you can't. My ruling on horses is you can't gain the benefits of a horse with two people with one horse if you're trying to evade or charge an enemy or something like that.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Otherwise, creativity with horses, absolutely. Like if you can find a creative use of a horse, or if two people are trying to use a horse to sneak up on something, I don't know. But you can't gain the mechanical benefits of a horse 2-to-1, yeah. So you can either do a forced march, which I'll say, whatever happens, you don't have a penalty when you get there, but at the end of that, you have to rest for a day. Like, no matter what happens, is what it says if you do a forced march. And that's you doing a quick time, like you're running, basically, for, like, 18 miles. Which you can do.
Do you guys feel like running for 18 miles?
We
I do
can't
not.
hear. Can we hear screaming from 18 miles away? Is it closer?
Yeah, what it is it's like echoing. There's this river valley, and there are these hills, and you can hear noises echoing off in the distance.
Yeah, I mean, I think we march it up. That looks it. If it sounds like it's coming from our base of operations, that's where we gotta go. We don't have anywhere to stay other than Zelkor's Rest.
Oh,
Yeah, we can
Zelkor's
take
Ferry.
turns. Yeah,
Can
we can
the
take turns
ranger-
riding. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask if the ranger can still be a lookout if we're forced march. Like, there's going to be risks inherent in it, I think, right? There's going to be random encounters, chances, rear
Yeah.
guard, whatever. So I was curious. We don't want. If we're going to rush there just to rest?
No, you can rush there, do whatever you would do if there's anything to do, but immediately after that, no matter what happens after that, you have to rest. According to the book, if you do a forced march. In the army, this is why we would do a forced march. You do a forced march and do the engagement, and then you're smoked. You're done. Let me see here. I'm trying to think.
We could break up
We got
riding
4
the
people on
horses and running
horses.
too. Yeah, we could break it up. Like, people could ride horses and then we could take turns running next to them.
Makes sense to me.
Give them
Well, the
a
people
break.
on the horses are not even really force marching. It's not like they're outside of the range of the horses to begin with. It's just the people on foot.
So, did you say something about like force marching to the engagement and then resting, or is it force march then engagement? Like, what's the
Force march, engagement, rest. But no
Alright,
matter
cool.
what
Just making
happens
sure.
after the engagement, if you don't rest, then that would be bad. So
Yeah.
I don't know what'll
Got it.
happen after, but
We don't win the engagement. We were dead anyway. We're prisoners anyway.
does anybody know how to spell palisade?
Palisade.
Yeah, I think he nailed it. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Lali. Pardon me.
I'll use something like this actually. Yeah, this is as close as it can get, I think. All right. I have to. This is something unexpected, so I have to kind of like prepare something for this. No grid, but the grid you have needs to be in yards. All right, so you all force march very early in the morning, and you come on the gates of Zelkor's Ferry. With Solos with you, the really good news is that you can see what's going on well in advance. They are trying to pry open the mechanism of the gate, and they have several logs. That's been their gambit. Meanwhile, people are firing arrows and holding back the gates. It looks like it's not going well for the attackers, as you might predict. Let's see here. But you can choose what you want to do.
Is there any brush or low cover outside of this, or is this like a moor where it's pretty flat?
There is cover, and you can remain concealed from where you are if that's your goal.
Yeah, I mean, how far away is like the closest motherfucker that I can try and sink an arrow into?
And you can triple your range in yards according to this for outdoor combat. So they are close by, and I'm plopping them down.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll just roll the smoke.
I'm thinking we just fan out and start plinking.
Ben?
Yep, sounds good to me. I have a longbow.
Guerrilla tactics. I say whoever's got a ranged weapon. Whoever's got a ranged weapon, you do your thing. I've got a longbow or a warbow or whatever it is.
Yeah, I have a short bow, so
I don't
at
have a
least
ranged
3
weapon.
of us. That's okay. You got other value to the party, man. You just stay alive.
4, 5, 6.
Seek your glorious death however you see fit.
Is it still the
We
original?
have Krogon,
Sorry, what's that?
fucking follower of Crom. We can't lose.
Crom, count the dead. I want to have some questions. First of all, this is the crew that we followed. There's still 22. Are they taking casualties? Do we see bodies?
Yeah, there's definitely. Well, actually, let me roll for that really quick. 2, 3.
And then they're not aware of our approach. Krogon is thinking of the great northern barbarians and their shock and awe value, and he looks at the others and wonders who amongst them can be his wingman if he charges in somewhere.
If he's charging in, I've got a present for him.
And I was going to mention we have some archer backup. So if we press on one side, what's our intent here? By the way, Krogon.
I mean, I'm gonna start looting arrows. Is my intent.
No, I meant like Krogon is like, why are we here?
Alak will answer that by handing him a halberd and say, from behind.
Ooh, a halberd. Oh,
We'll save the village. And I pull out my 7-foot sword.
And collect a fat payday, I imagine.
Yeah, loot bodies. Profitable.
Interesting. It doesn't tell me how many. It's kind of useless.
Is there a leader?
There is clearly a leader, and he looks like he's in robes and about to cast a spell. Of all things.
Archers.
Of all things.
First.
Yeah.
It's also.
I'll aim at the guy making noise.
Wait till I attack. And then
Hey,
drop.
Ross is... Oh, sorry.
Anybody joining me? And what is your surprise? I asked whoever said that. I gotta.
Oh, the surprise was the halberd. Those are real spicy on a charge.
Oh.
You can pin somebody to a wall.
Okay.
No, he's a 200 sword guy.
This is the guy
Yeah.
about to cast a spell. You all do have a surprise round, so you're able to act. So if you want to move and fire missiles, I'll say that obviously people can fire missiles first. You roll to hit and damage, and then you can move your token. You have to do one or either, of course. One or the other. Movement or missile fire.
I'll take aim at the guy, the spellcaster, and loose a couple of arrows.
Okay.
Which one is the spellcaster? Is that
this one? Yeah, that one right there. That's right.
How far can I throw a halberd?
Not that far.
Okay.
This is already more exciting than I thought. I thought
There's
you
a
were just gonna spear
19
someone
and
with
another
the
19
greatsword.
hit.
A 19 and another 19 hit. Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, 2d20 for 2 missile attacks, is that right? With my longbow?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Oh, it didn't seem to...
Okay, so 7 for Solos. Nat
Got
20.
20.
And then the damage.
Is it 1d6 for each one?
It's D8 in this game, actually.
Another nat 20. Holy shit! Hey guys, the Archer gang is the Archer gang is coming home today.
Can you
Got
all
a
help
one,
me?
I got a
Oh
one.
no, that's unfortunate. Okay, so let's see. 8 plus 7 is 15 is 15 and 16. All right. So you just loose this volley of arrows and you interrupt his spell and kill the leader outright. Their morale's not going to break yet, but that's a big one. And then, by the way, this is in yards. You can move 3 times your combat movement, or I think it's 3 times your base movement in yards. So if you're 9, you can do 3 times that, whatever that is, in outdoor combat. I think. Outdoor combat, base movement divided by 3 times 10. So it's combat. It's your combat movement times 10. So.
Quick question.
Yeah.
There's some structures on the map. Krogon suddenly mutters. Now he's wondering, they're in combat with the defenders as well, correct? Like they're scaling shit and they're fiddling with stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to move up to pry open. I'm gonna kind of draw this. There's a gate here.
This is important. If we're able to go in there, it's suicide if they all turn around and attack us. So
we have killed their leader, though. They might have to give morale check.
Yes, but I'm wondering though, like, are they that coherent? And like, we're in a big combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I'm getting at is, what I'm getting at, Ross, is because Krogon is quite tactical actually, and he's looking, and he yells. He goes, they could come to us, and archers will back us up, or we can attack.
Yeah, hide. I mean, let them come to us.
Yeah,
They
you
can
all,
come to us. The
And
archers
then
on the
the
walls can shoot
archers,
down.
defenders from the walls, can pepper them.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean this is our surprise round, so we're doing good.
So I
Good
want
old
to throw
tactics
that
program.
halberd though. I was going to move up to this. There's a gap here. There's a couple gaps in the debris, so to speak. So if we could take Krogon, will be behind that beam, and then he motions over there. You over there. We'll kill them as they come. Archers get crossfire.
Yeah.
Take
Already
cover. And then he bellows in his barbarian bellow. Defenders, we come for you. I mean, we're helping you. He yells and bellows. Help us. Come forth. Sally forth. He yells out. We attack.
All right. Let's
Charisma.
see.
Well, I have decent charisma.
They love it and they go nuts. Is your intention to get some of them to leave the gates and join the fray?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They do
Sally
that.
forth. We've killed them all.
All right. Several of them do that on their round.
I start screaming in some northern fucking shrieking barbarian stuff.
The
Yeah.
rest of them. man
Solus
the
just
walls.
says, I'm going to make sure that a lot of these people are never adventurous.
And I'm serious about using the cover though too, like making them come awkwardly and head on and not overwhelm us is the intent as well. Because if they're really elite and under control, they could try to break out or something. But
All right. You can move your tokens if you're going to, and
I was going to throw that halberd.
oh, okay.
I mean, the range ain't great, but I'll take the penalties. Whatever.
Yeah, okay. We'll say it's a -2 because it's a halberd, but otherwise, yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, I just rolled it. Okay, whistling by, sticks in some wooden post, and that probably got their attention a bit. But
Yeah, you have their attention, and now Krogon, roll a d6 for initiative. Oh no, they're able to act first. Let's see here. Well, and everybody was able, they did everything you were going to do on your turn, right? So, like, everybody fired missiles if you were going to fire a missile and everything. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, and also I need to roll for the others. Oh, and they did even worse. That sucks. Okay. So,
is
let's
anybody
see.
else able to come forward, though, like, and help me and, who's that on the left playing?
Me, Father Blumbed.
Okay, it's you and me. Sorry to interrupt. I was just
No,
curious.
please do, yeah.
It's just the 5 of us?
Wait, just
Yeah.
to be sure here, who follows the light? Because, like, if it comes to saving one person and letting somebody else die, I have to know.
I'll have been translating for you when you were talking. When
Too late for
talking
that.
to TM earlier.
Right.
Okay. Because I'll save the lawful people first. You know, I wouldn't die for Krogon. Krogon wouldn't want me to die for him anyway. That would be disrespectful.
That would be dishonorable.
Yeah, Krogon only dies for himself.
I would not get into Valhalla.
They're much more concerned with this siege in terms of the leaders that see it going on. They're trying to pry open this gate, and 3 of them with Krogon's cry came out to fight. I'll do the mass combat for them in a second. 2 of them make it to Father Bloombad, who I have as closest, and then a leader makes it to, this token doesn't really represent what he looks like, but who is clearly the leader of the southern group of them, makes it to Krogon. So 2 of them are going to attack Father Bloombad. Both of them miss, and this one's going to try to attack Krogon, and does a 14 hit.
That might hit me.
Does it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no, what's scale mail? That's
Scale mail?
3 plus dex.
our chain.
Chains 4 plus dex.
Yeah, okay, so I have 14 AC.
Okay, let's see. So that hits, and he's got a short sword. He does 4 points of damage.
Mm.
All right, and then I'm going to do the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I forgot to mention they have kind of one trick. They've got some other things, but he's not coming out yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, they're rolling terribly. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Who's they?
The defenders. Oh, and the attackers are doing really well. Okay, so because of that, I'm going to say that basically they hold the gate, but 2 of them die. None of the attackers die in that round. Okay, and then it's your all's turn.
Melee?
So first thing is if you're firing an arrow, you can do that. But if you fire an arrow at an ally that's engaged with an enemy, there's a chance they could get hit.
I mean,
is there anyone we can shoot at? Is there anyone we can shoot at who's not in melee?
Well, you can shoot at the ones up here. You've got 3 times bow distance. So
these are commanders.
Yep.
Officers of some kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, I'll take 2 shots at
I mean, with 3 times bow distance, I'm gonna, I'll take a shot at this one up here.
All right.
Another 20, so 1d8, I guess.
Yeah, you can. Let's see, 20, d8. Which one are you shooting at?
Maybe one of these officer-looking guys on the left side here.
Alrighty. And then, let's see, and then, Solas, you were gonna, okay. 14 hits, 15 hits.
Oh god.
I'll split my shots between the 2
Do we-
officers.
Do we roll another damage die on that 20, or?
No, it just automatically hits.
No. Oh, right.
That's left. That's right.
Oh, okay. Let's see. All right, and 6. Okay. All right. You hit the targets. Otherwise, like there's just this volley coming into him. You also get their attention, which breaks their attention. They look back. They see that their leader is dead and that there's a force behind them. I will make a morale check at this point. But they pass. And let's see. Anyone doing a melee attack or anything else? Okay.
Sir.
Go for it.
The miss.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Krogon, well, he's up against one of the leader guys, and I guess it's make or break.
Oh, no.
Break. He misses.
Okay, well, let's see. Roll for initiative, Father Bloombad.
Come on, win it. Do it. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you are able to attack again. If you're trying to attack, you can roll to hit for damage and move your token. So.
And Krogon yells, "Shoot him!" He yells at the leader. Can you withdraw like slowly, like? I was gonna draw this guy into their range of shooting. They're right there on the left flank, right? So if I can fight and draw him toward me, then they could shoot him with their arrows.
All right, so
that was my intent, kind of, to draw him into that funnel.
Right.
As we caught them, and then they could just plink them as we're fighting.
So get away, and then everybody fire at this leader that's in front of him.
Well, yeah, and that was the whole plan. That's why when they shot over my head, I was like, "Shoot at the other ones." I'm like, "That's not the plan." But I should have spoke earlier. But I was like,
This will give him the chance of a free attack, but otherwise they can fire and do that. And I will tell you, you can. I will break the rules here, and I'll say that you can attack and then move. But if you move away from him, either way, he'll get a free attack. The alternative that the rule says is that you cannot move through there. Like it blocks movement anywhere within 5 feet.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I should have been clearer on my intent.
No. You mean before you went into melee with him?
Yeah.
Ah.
I would have drew him around corner. They would have had a clear shot at him.
Okay. No, that makes sense to me. Well, I will say that's just kind of like from a previous round. But you forgo your attack. So I'll say you can do that, and that would be part of your previous round. But you'll forgo your attack this round.
Parry. I'll just parry and draw him back around the corner.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I got wounded, I'm like, and I'm swinging practically.
Yeah, you all can roll to hit and damage if you're shooting him.
Yeah, I'll shoot him. Here.
You get a couple of shots each or whatever.
I'm not sure we'll need that many. I hope we don't need that many.
Yeah, no, I think I was planning on, I think, because I mean the longbow, if it's triple distance, I can try and shoot this dude.
You're not going to help Krogon after he's
I think
set you up for the hit?
Both those hit, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got an open shot at
I
their.
don't think we need 6 arrows on the one guy who's up close. If
My main thing was I want to try and help the people at the gate, and I was thinking if they have no leaders left, then they might.
Well, good news. That does kill this
I
guy.
think a 4-2 split's completely reasonable. This should be okay. 4 shots on the close one, 2 on the far is...
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure that
Yeah.
Okay, so and then you're shooting this one right here because he's got the
one over yonder, aiming high.
No, the preacher.
He looks less hurt, but you can do that if you want.
But Krogan points at the preacher.
Oh, don't worry about me.
Oh man, yeah.
He hasn't been hit, has he?
Not yet, no.
I'm prepared to die for my cause.
Yeah, I feel like have faith in the light. I say to him, and then he'll be fine. That's all he needs.
All right, this one's less harmed. Do you shoot this one? This one's like he's kind of on death's door, but.
Oh, I thought that one was dead. Oh yeah, I'll shoot that one over there.
That's what I thought. I figured that you probably thought he was dead. Okay, that does kill him. They are now down to a single leader, and their main leader has died. Is anyone else able to do a melee attack? Father Bloombad.
Right now. Ooh, natty 1.
Oh, no. Your rolls. Well, either way, they're going to make another morale check, and this time it's going to be altered. They are still fighting. Probably just because they haven't, in the fog of war, they haven't realized what's happened yet. Is probably what's happened. But that makes it their turn. They're going to make 2 attempts on Father Bloombad. One of them hits for 6 points of damage. You still okay?
Come at me, bro. Yeah, I got 2 left.
All right. And then...
Oh, good.
Let's see. And then we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Come on, don't do well. Oh my gosh, they did really well. Oh my gosh. On this turn, so this is how I interpret this. This is what makes sense to me. Let me see what the defenders do. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because he's definitely gonna try to help with the gate at that point. Okay, nice. The defenders do a lot better. So I think several things happen. First of all, they all crowd right here at this point. They're giving up on trying to... They kill a couple of them. But they give up and hold the gate. And then, like Odo himself, he transforms into his beast form. And he's holding the gate back as they all, like, wedge in here with these logs. And they burst open the gate of Zelkor's Ferry, ready to rush in and attack. That's what's happening right now. They probably don't realize their leaders are dead yet at the top of the round. Sorry. Gosh. I got choked. Drogax, roll a d6 for initiative, please.
They go with 6 for you.
Nice.
Nice. All right, you are able to act first.
More arrows then, I guess, guys?
I suppose
There's no
he's being
melee at
flanked.
the gate.
Our priest friend there, he's being flanked. Can he do the same thing I did? Forfeit his attack to draw those two bastards in, so all of us can hack them down and shoot them.
I'm gonna stand here until I die or kill them.
Amen.
Well, yeah,
It's
he would
combat
take
movement
attack.
times 10.
Several people said stuff. I'm sorry, what? What'd you say, scumbag?
Like if he moved, he would take opportunity attacks, right? If the priest tried to get out of the way.
Yeah, so I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a devil's bargain. First of all, you can stand and die here on the spot. However, your allies are saying, yes, for sure, but let us kill these people to get out of the way. They're just saying, get out of the way so we can shoot. And I'll reduce it to 1 opportunity attack if you forgo your attack and then fall back.
I'm good to die here.
All
I'm
right.
gonna kill one of them.
Okay. All right. Arrows? Is everybody shooting? Except Krogon?
I think at this point, since there's a melee at the gate, I'll probably charge into the melee with Father Bloombad.
All right.
Alright, if he's got
makes
that
sense.
covered before he charges, I'll try and loose a couple arrows up at this last leader guy.
All right. There's a
No
chance.
hits from me.
All right. You
It's
miss.
a balance in all things.
Oh wait,
Jesus
actually.
Christ.
Sorry.
Well, what is with your bonus? What is your to hit?
No, that is 12. That is with my bonus. It's 11. It's 11 plus 1, so good at 12.
The brigands have an AC 14.
What, this leader dude up here?
Oh, you're shooting at the leader. I apologize. Okay, yeah, and you got an 8. Oh yeah, you slay him. The last.
Yeah, I
time.
got balance in all things on that one for some reason.
Nice. Okay, and what were you saying? Drogax.
No, I'm saying I took 2 shots at some of the guys up at the top of the gatehouse, but I didn't get a very good roll, so I don't think I hit.
Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna do another morale check. I set it at. I think as soon as they notice, I'm gonna do a second one here once it gets their turn, and then because they literally have no leadership left, but this will allow them to act. Now, is anyone else shooting or acting in melee? Krogon. And,
I am.
Yeah.
Melee.
You guys can all roll to hit and move. if
Bam.
you're- Yeah, that hits. Crack. That does. Is it? The total is 11.
Yes.
Crap. Okay, both of those miss. Okay. In that case, and everybody's gotten to move and attack, right? Okay. I'm going to give them a chance to attack. Father Bloombad does a.
No, 12 does not hit.
Okay. And then I'm going to do another morale check. And they did even better that time. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to resolve a few things here. 1, 2. This is just going to be about casualties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We should toss this guy's head up into their midst so they know he's dead. I can't wield a sharp weapon, or I would.
So you came dibs on
Listening?
me? Colin?
Okay. They're at this point, Odo is actually just like with his last few loyal lieutenants and his captain, holding them back from the center here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And did much better on that turn. At this point, I'm going to say that they have to get below they have to get a. If they roll over a 4, their morale breaks. But I'm going to come back here and give this last one another turn with you all. So, who's this right here?
I smack my shield so he direct his attention towards me.
Yeah, you do that. Killick. Roll a d6 for initiative. Oh no, he's able to act first. He's gonna attack Father Killick. Does a 14 hit?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no! I'm 15, bro. I got the chainmail
Oh, nice.
shield. So
Okay.
15.
Mount Shield.
All right, you all
Good.
are able to act then. Yeah. What do you do?
I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, the father's got it. I'll just loose a couple arrows up into
Look at that!
up there.
A 3.
All right, that hurts him. What else we
I'll
got?
take a swing at the guy on the right.
All right.
Not
Let's
lucky
see. You hit
really.
1 for 2 damage, and Martin misses. Krogon misses. Oh no!
Krogan, it's too close. My sword's too big.
Is anybody else attacking? No? Okay. All right. They only have to not roll a 1, 2, or 3. That's all that at this point with this modified. That's all they get. They roll a 3. Okay.
Nice.
They are fighting and they're braver than we reckoned them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2.
Maybe they just still are like so involved, like in the midst of it, eyes covered in blood and.
Yeah, or at this point they almost have nothing left to lose or something. I don't know.
An animal.
And then, let's see. They have about the same. One of his last lieutenants falls, and it's just Odo and his captain. All right. Who rolled? What was that? Somebody rolled? No. Father Bloombad, roll a d6 for initiative.
Damn, in your face.
All right, you can attack.
Crack him.
No.
Oh, no.
Krogon, anybody
There's
else?
too many of you around him now for me to try to attack. So I'm gonna continue loosing arrows up in this general direction.
At this
I'll try and
point,
take
they
out.
have to not roll a 1 or a 2 to keep fighting, or else they'll flee. 4, 9, 12 hits. Okay, 6. Oh, but that's you shooting up here. All right, that reduces them. At this point, they're going to try to run, and they're going to just try to chase them down and attack. They'll get a free attack. No one else is... Oh my gosh, this dude is like... He's the hero of his story. All right, this guy right here. Anyways.
Yeah, his skull will be turned into a drinking cup.
Is speaking free?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Solus will say, tell, like knock him out. Grab your sword by the blade or something. Just knock him out instead of killing him. We can figure out why they did this.
Yeah. Okay. And Father Bloombad, roll a d6 again, please.
Oh yeah.
All right, you are able to act first.
I'm gonna crush his skull in if I get the chance.
You do. You don't heed the ranger's call, and you just crush his
Hell
skull.
no.
All right.
Doesn't deserve to live.
Describe how you kill him.
I smash him with my mace on the top of his skull.
Yeah.
It
It splits partially like a half-split melon, a crunching noise, and this duel on top of this rock is finally ended. Meanwhile, up here, yeah, mathematically, they're going to try to, let's see, they get a plus. I'll give a, yeah, and then it does this, which kills this one, and then you can see that 3 survivors are now clambering and fleeing. What do you do?
Can I try to hamstring one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, I would say
Okay.
let them go so they can tell people what happened here, and then it'll never happen
Well,
again.
yeah, no, but I want to hamstring one of them.
Just one of them so you can interrogate.
The light has some questions.
All right, yeah, I'm with you.
All right, yeah, I'll use the subdual damage rule. So if you manage not to kill him, you will subdue him.
Okay, I'll aim for the least like battered up looking one and try and get him in the leg.
Oh God, I did miserably. Okay. 9 and 8, yeah. Anybody else want to try to fire and take a prisoner?
I mean, I'd like to jump on my horse and try to go right up there and knock one
You
of them
do
out.
have a horse. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's hard to... Before this guy just goes and just kills everybody, is there anybody trying to take a prisoner with a
Yeah,
horse
before Krogon goes taking heads.
I mean, let's let one of them go so that they can tell the other evil people what happened. You know.
Okay.
I mean, it'll, in the long run, it'll be a lot easier for us.
Referee, just let you know, I have to jump off now, so I'll catch you next time.
Okay, I'll see you around.
Take it easy. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, if you come to Zelkor's Ferry expecting easy pickings, what you become the easy pickings.
Right. So yeah, I'll ride up on my horse and attempt to attack one.
Okay, well, let me make sure I understand. You want to let one go, and you're just going to try to kill the other two.
I mean, I'm not going to stop any of my companions from killing the other one, but I mean, I do suggest that we let one go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we let one go and we try to just knock one out.
All right.
I'll go for subdual damage.
Okay. Yeah, roll to hit.
Do we want to do a new initiative?
No. I mean, you're on horseback. These people have no chance. You're on a warhorse.
Miss.
I'm 6'7". I can run really fast.
Well, you have a warhorse.
I
Yeah,
do.
you're on a horse too.
Yeah, if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
jump at him off the warhorse, Krogon.
This is horrible.
Just throw. You can. What check do you make to attack with your entire body? Is that a check?
I think that's a check.
All right. If as long as you can hit at this point, I'll say that you can get one just by
Krogon.
just by a bear hug. All you got to do is get them. Otherwise, they're
You can do this, Krogon.
Yeah, it's like the sword swings. He's not taking prisoners. He's like, oh, and he finally, after the pent up flails and inabilities earlier, he's seen that crazy priest upstage him at every turn, slaying left and right. Krogon finally gets his day, and he cuts a guy down the center.
All right.
9 points damage.
It has come at so that's the one you're taking a prisoner of?
No, I'm cutting him in.
Krogon's 5k.
Which half of him would you like to take prisoner?
You
Yeah.
that one.
Your order is more confusing.
So I just want to make sure I understand. Is your goal to kill them or to try to take one alive? Because if you're just trying to kill them, you guys are on war horses. These people have no chance. There's absolutely no chance. Trying to take one alive will be harder just because,
Oh, Krogon's sort of berserking. They're all going to die.
Oh, then they're dead.
We don't
Yeah.
say anything.
Do you let one of them go? Is that still the goal?
No.
You don't let it go either. Okay, you chase down the last one.
Unless somebody stops me,
yeah.
I'm like, you're next, and I'm like, I'm cut him in.
Yeah, can't we calm Solus down? So
If the group
Well, it's-
if the group decision is to let one go, we'll let one go. And
No,
this one,
I'll attempt a subdual attack on the last one.
okay.
Before Krogon can get him. Just so our ranger friend can question him or whatever.
All right, that works. All right, you're able to to knock this one out. And
I
so
told
you-
Krogon- up on my
Krogon,
horse.
he's dead.
Aw.
He's dead.
I'm shitty at horseback.
the battle of Zelkor's Ferry has ended with an absolutely terrible price. Almost all of the defending mercenaries are slain. The gate was pried open. There are piles of dead bodies everywhere, however, as you are victorious, but many of your friends are dead. That is to say, the ones that came in before. And only Odo Bristleback and his captain remain until somebody can come in and reinforce Zelkor's Ferry. You're able to see that these this force, one of them is the person with the tabard. There's something going on here between these force of bandits and the supposed authorities in the area. And
I saw that coming.
The good news is, I will give you all the experience for all of these things, and you get the experience, or you'll get whatever treasure I roll, and the things that they have. So
Nice.
I'm going to do a classic treasure table roll for this stuff and see all the stuff that they have.
Awesome.
You find a vial of red liquid. If you take it to the esoterist, he lets you know it's a potion of healing. There's no other... Well, actually... Actually, let me roll for these real quick. I just feel like this is... Oh my! Oh, nice. Okay, that is good. Okay. You also find a... on the leader, you find a scroll and some strange language, but we'll get to that later. Yeah, that's where we'll end for the night.